Coming up on the Daily O, it's Election Day in Oklahoma. We have what's on the ballots.
And a new proposal rejected. We have the details. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Daily O. I'm Reagan Downs.
And I'm Chance Annis. We're glad you're with us. It's Election Day across Oklahoma, with voters in 60 counties heading to the polls to decide local races and ballot measures.
Oklahoma City voters are also deciding the mayor's race, with incumbent David Holt seeking a third term against challenger Matthew Pelores.
Polling places close tonight at 7, with results expected shortly after.
Oklahoma's statewide charter school board has unanimously denied an application to open a publicly funded Jewish virtual charter school. The Florida-based National Ben Gamla Jewish Charter School Foundation applied to serve K-12 students across Oklahoma. Board members say the decision was required by prior court rulings, including a 2025 Oklahoma Supreme Court decision upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court that prohibits religious public charter schools. Despite praising the school's academic record, board members say their hands were tied.
The Oklahoma Free Speech Committee met today to review recommendations for the University of Oklahoma, following a controversy that drew national attention last fall. The case involves OU student Samantha Fulnecke, who says she received a 0 on an essay because it referenced the Bible. The university later fired the graduate teaching assistant involved, who denies the claim and is appealing her termination. State Representative Chad Caldwell says he wants to pass a new law banning grades from being based on a student's beliefs or opinions. The proposed bill would allow the state to withhold funding from schools that don't comply.
Stillwater Public Schools is announcing a leadership transition at Stillwater Middle School. Jackie Jackson has been named interim principal following the departure of Ryan Blake. Superintendent Tyler Bridges praised Blake's service, saying the district supports his move and is focused on a smooth transition. Jackson, who has been with the district since 2008 and served 9 years as assistant principal at SMS, says she's honored to step into the role. The district says a search for a permanent principal will begin in the coming months.
It's been a warm few days here in Stillwater, but let's see if it's going to stick around. Macy Strain is here to tell us what we need to expect tonight. Macy?
Yeah, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at our current conditions. Right now, we have a temperature outside of 57 degrees and a real feel of 57 degrees. We have a little bit of wind coming out of the west at about 11 miles per hour. And if we take a look at our live shot across the west side of campus, we can see that it is cloudy outside, and those are going to stick around for a while, but more on that later. I'll go ahead and send it back to the desk.
All right, Macy. When we return, how friendship is still making waves after 40 years.
And with career fair season upon us, we have a look on how students can dress their best for less. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa. is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Despite more than 6,000 miles of distance, the partnership between Stillwater and Kamioka, Japan has remained strong for more than 40 years. The sister-city relationship began in 1985 with a shared commitment to cultural exchange, education, and community growth. Early projects included an Oklahoma State University satellite campus in Kamioka and the creation of cultural parks in both cities. City leaders say student exchange programs have been a cornerstone of the partnership, giving Stillwater the chance to experience life and culture in Japan. As the cities celebrate 40 years of collaboration, officials say the focus remains on strengthening global connections and building a shared future together.
A new resource on campus is helping students dress their best.
Claudia's Career Closet opened this semester as a space where students could go to find business professional clothing without spending an arm and a leg.
The Daily O's Tyler Tripodi is in the Student Union basement with what this means for students.
Chance Reagan, you said it. Students are dressing their best in professional settings, and it's all thanks to this room behind me.
This has been really awesome to have all of this, but for free.
Hannah Long is just like a lot of other OSU students.
You're totally good. You're not like...
Especially when it comes to shopping for business clothes.
I enjoy like thrift stores, buying things on a budget, but I'd also borrow things from my sister or my parents.
While balling on a budget is the norm for many OSU students, one generous alumna decided when it comes to professional clothes, that shouldn't be the case.
It's difficult to go to college these days on expenses, living expenses, books, tuition, and just being someone who is away from home. The Career Closet gives them a chance to actually be the professional mindset that they want to be during an interview without going somewhere that they feel intimidated by or asking friends to borrow clothes.
That got the ball rolling on the space we see today. But it wasn't just Claudia's donations that made the Career Closet possible. Alexis Hightower, the Career Closet coordinator, says that university faculty and staff played a big role.
As soon as I came on, I was like, let's get faculty and staff involved. Let's get our own people here on campus to pour into these students even more.
And pour into the students they did.
Here are almost 1,000 items strictly from this 2-mile radius of people that work here that want to help you land your first job, look your best for the career fair, feel confident going into the interviews.
That outpouring of support combined with the expertise of full-time staff like Hightower have created a space where students can explore their wardrobe options or put together their first professional outfit.
We really get down to the questions of what are you here for, like what style, because there's nothing worse than coming into a store and you have no idea what you want to shop for, but helping someone kind of walk you through the experience and helping you dress the part and for the event.
All that help has a direct impact as everyday students like Hannah are able to get everything they need.
It's really incredible the amount of like range that we have here. So whatever you're looking for, all of your boxes are going to be checked whenever you come in here.
But as a reminder, the Career Closet is open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and you will need to bring your student ID with you as you do need to swipe it in order to receive your clothes. Reporting from the Student Union basement, Tyler Tripodi, The Daily O.
It looks like we might have a bit of a cold dip, but let's check in with Macy to see what we can watch out for. Macy?
Yeah, Reagan, let's go ahead and take a look at our radars moving into the week. So today, moving into this evening, we're going to have a little bit of rain in the southern area of the state, that Ardmore area, but looking into tonight, we're going to watch that move out on the eastern side. And then moving into tomorrow, we're not going to see any rain tomorrow across the state. A little bit of cloud coverage come in from that west side and then just move across. And then if we look into Thursday as well, we're just going to see a little more cloud coverage move across the state. But other than that, that's about it. And then some things I think you guys need to be looking out for. A rainy weekend. Friday through Sunday, it is going to be wet here in Stillwater. You are going to want to stay dry out there. We're also going to see some brisk wind throughout the week. Those temperatures might be a little bit cool, those real feels, just because of that wind out there. And then fluctuating temperatures. We are going to see it warm up a little bit and then drop back down. Well, that's all I got until the 7 day, so I'll go ahead and send it back to the desk.
We'll be on the lookout, Macy. When we return, lawmakers remain at an impasse following an over 3-hour hearing for the Department of Homeland Security.
And the FBI is asking the public for help in the Nancy Guthrie case. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
Top Trump Homeland Security officials testify at the House as threats of another government shutdown looms. Today, Trump immigration officials face sharp questioning from Democratic House members at a DHS oversight hearing following the shooting deaths by immigration enforcement agents in Minneapolis last month. The Republicans on the committee have largely defended federal actions and highlighted threats against enforcement officers. Key members of the Senate Democratic caucus say they won't support another short-term extension of the government funding to prevent a shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security this weekend.
An update in the Nancy Guthrie case as the FBI released surveillance photos and videos of a potential subject in the investigation. The footage depicts a person wearing gloves, a mask, and a backpack appearing to tamper with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance. FBI Director Kash Patel said the potential subject is armed and that it had not identified any suspects or person of interest. The Guthrie family was notified about the images shared by the FBI, but neither the family nor law enforcement have any leads. The FBI chose to post the images and videos publicly in hopes that someone may recognize this individual, or the clothing or the items that are seen, which could lead to a break in the case.
Facing bipartisan criticism over his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick testified that he had no personal relationship, but confirmed he visited Epstein's private island during a family vacation. He spoke during a Senate hearing after his name appeared in the newly released Justice Department files. He has not been accused of any wrongdoing, but is under fire of how he previously described his contact with Epstein. Lutnick told lawmakers he met Epstein only a few times over more than a decade, including a one-hour lunch on the island in 2012, which he says involved his wife and children.
Continuing with the fallout from the Epstein files, pop star Chappell Roan says she has cut ties with the talent agency led by Casey Wasserman following new scrutiny over his past emails with Ghislaine Maxwell. Roan announced the move on Instagram, saying artists deserve representation that aligns with their values and holds leadership accountable. Recently released Justice Department files show flirtatious email exchanges between Wasserman and Maxwell from 2003, years before her conviction for sex trafficking, and her ties to Jeffrey Epstein became public. Wasserman has apologized for the communications, but denies any personal or business relationship with Epstein.
Well, before we go to the break, let's check in on our Olympic game medal count. It looks like Norway is in first with 12 medals total, 6 of those being gold. They're followed closely by Italy, who has 11 medals total with only 2 gold. Then we have Japan in third with 8 medals total. Finally, we have the United States and Germany with 7 and 6 medals total. We'll keep you posted on all things Olympics as the games go on.
It's a game day on the road for both OSU basketball teams. Grayson Buchanan shows how both squads match up right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alva when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Grayson Buchanan. Let's get right to it. Cowgirl basketball is on the road tonight in the Sunflower State. OSU is heading north to take on the Kansas State Wildcats. This is the third time in 4 games that the Pokes are on the road, which hasn't been their strong suit this season. But tonight's game is an opportunity for Oklahoma State to reach that coveted 20-win mark for the third time in the J.C. Hoyt era. The high-scoring Cowgirls looking to stay hot against the 13-12 Wildcats. Tip-off set for 6:30 p.m. Then, staying on the court, the Cowboys also taking a trip. After a brutal loss to #1 Arizona, Cowboys need to bounce back against an Arizona State team that's sitting at 500. But they'll be in unfamiliar territory as this is the Cowboys' first visit to Tempe since 1996. A win tonight would match their win total from last season with 7 regular season games still to play. Cowboy star Anthony Roy is averaging around 18 points per game as one of the country's best three-point shooters. Tip-off set for 8 p.m. And listen, a loss tonight for the Cowboys doesn't make it impossible to still make the big dance, but things get a whole lot harder losing a favorited matchup. But to break down those numbers a little bit more, let's go down to our own Kyle Allen on how the Cowboys and Cowgirls are making it to March.
Thank you, Grayson, and you're absolutely right that the Cowboys have a must-win game tonight in Tempe against the Arizona State Sun Devils because Hoops HQ has the Cowboys moved up into that final spot, getting into the field of 68 in the NCAA tournament. The Cowboys also looking to make a little bit of history tonight for their first back-to-back conference road wins under head coach Steve Lutz. They're 2-1 in the last 3, including that win last week over BYU. They're currently sitting 66 in the net. That's pretty close to where they were last week. They're now 1-5 in quad one wins after the loss to Arizona over the weekend. So a chance for the Cowboys to really get that sour taste out of their mouth and get back on the winning track against the Sun Devils. For the women's team, they are still right where they were last week, still firmly in that field of 64, even with a split in the Grand Canyon State of their own with a win over Arizona and a loss to Arizona State. They're in Manhattan tonight to take on the Kansas State Wildcats, and they are 5th in the Big 12 conference standings. So they're still within shouting distance even as games wind down to make a late run at a conference championship. They're currently projected as an 8 seed, just like they were last week, but no longer in the same region. They're now projected to go to Sacramento, which puts them in a round of 32 matchup against South Carolina. So still work to be done for both teams, but come back next week, we'll see how they do going even closer to the NCAA tournament on making it to March on the Daily O. I'm Kyle Allen. Back to you.
All right, Kyle. Well, Cowgirl Golf was in full swing yesterday as they opened play at the Thunderbird Intercollegiate. Over 36 holes of play, the Cowgirls carded a 297 in the first round, followed by 312 in the second. Oklahoma State is tied for 10th place as they are 36 strokes behind first place Stanford. This is Oklahoma State's second tournament of the spring season, coming off of a hard-fought battle where the Cowgirls took runner-up in the Collegiate Invitational. The Cowgirls returned to the course this morning as they are entering into the third and final round in Tucson, Arizona. Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. A comeback like no other in the Saudi desert. Reagan and Chance have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
A pop icon is making blockbuster deals behind the scenes. Lizzie Hoisington has that details in your A-List update. Lizzie?
Yes, Chance. Britney Spears has sold the rights to her music catalog. The rights have been given to the music publishing company Primary Wave. The deal between Spears and Primary Wave was for approximately $200 million. Primary Wave will own the rights to Spears' most popular releases, like Baby One More Time, Gimme More, and Circus.
Thanks for that, Lizzie. A big milestone for rewilding, as the ostrich has returned to the Saudi desert after 100 years of being extinct. The specific species is known as the red-necked ostrich. The 5-bird population has been placed in Saudi Arabia's third largest nature reserve by Wildlife Authority. Under the program Rewild Arabia, The prehistoric bird is a part of a 12-animal project to bring back species that have been written off. The reserve says that saving such an iconic species brings back cultural significance for the people of Saudi Arabia. The population will be monitored and will hopefully be back to climbing up in the upcoming years.
With the sun being out today, National Umbrella Day is giving us some much needed shade. Today we are honoring one of the most useful inventions ever made. Not only does the umbrella help keep us dry from the rain, but it also protects us from the heat of the sun. You can also use an umbrella as a fashion accessory for all of your everyday outfits. And don't forget the colorful mini umbrellas that you use that are useful for having a decorative party.
Well, looks like we may need those umbrellas this weekend. What do we got for our 7-day Macy?
Yeah, guys, looking at this weekend, you're definitely going to need those umbrellas. So today we had that high around 60 and that low at about 35. And looking into tomorrow, you're going to see that high at about 59 and that low at about 39. And then moving into Thursday and Friday, we are going to see those temperatures warm up a little bit with those highs in the low 70s and high 60s and those lows about the mid 40s. But then moving into Friday night and Saturday morning, that's when we're going to see that rain come in for the weekend. And so let's bring it over to the desk.
All right, with it being National Umbrella Day, I do have to know, what is your guys' favorite umbrella-related pop culture moment?
Okay. I would have to say Umbrella by Rihanna, but specifically the Glee version.
Okay, well, she's going with the Glee version, so I'm going with the original version. I got to go Umbrella by Rihanna.
Can't go wrong with it.
I have to go with the real goat with the umbrella, Mary Poppins. Come on.
Classic.
For me, it's hard because I'm trying to choose between Singing in the Rain or the shield from Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just too hard to choose between them.
Yeah, Singing in the Rain's a classic, but well, that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happenings here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Chance Annis.
And I'm Reagan Downs. Have a great night, everyone.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alva when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at-home feeling.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful